Hi folks, it's Hen. So we have a situation here where the cable to the internet got cut by the landscaper, and I had tried to use fittings, but I had a lot of drops in the internet connection using these press type connectors to repair it, and I did that, but I still get a lot of internet drops. So what I'm going to show you how to do is we're going to solder this wire. We're going to actually solder this and fuse this with a new piece of wire to connect to the broken point. So when the landscaper was cutting, they cut here and they cut here. I used a sprinkler pipe just as a conduit to protect the wire. Probably reuse this. But the main thing is I want to redo these. I'm going to solder these. This is the connection from the cable company. This is connection to our home. Again, before I was using these press-on coax fittings, but I'm still getting, it works, but I'm getting a lot of dropouts in the internet. So I'm hoping if we can actually physically solder these, that should fix it. So stay tuned, and we'll see if this works. Okay, so what we have here is the broken cable that was cut. I stripped it back. Got an old piece of coax here. I cut this, and with all the shielding kind of peeled back. And then what I'm going to do is this is going to be fused. I'm going to solder this to the other wire, like that. And then I'm gonna solder those, and then I will connect the shield around it. So stay tuned for that, as I get to work on this. Okay. And I got a soldering iron already set up here. Let's see. Here we go. Now this might not be right. It may not work that well. Soldering iron temperature is at about 600 degrees. We've got tin both ends. And then just gonna do a butt splice here, where we just pair the two conductors side by side. That way there is no loss. Okay. And then you'll wonder how we're going to shield that. Well, I've got a piece of the core of a coax. I'm just going to cut a little bit and wrap that around. But you see, that's nice and strong now. That's soldered. Way better than using a friction connector. So if we just cut a little bit here off this insulation, gotta try and make it as close as possible. So, gosh, like that. I'd say about there. I'm eyeballing it, but that's fine. Okay, and then this is gonna wrap. Maybe that's a little long. Okay, my sunglasses are caught on the phone, so I'm gonna cut a little more. Now this is an alternate to calling the cable company and having them charge you an arm and a leg to run a new wire. So there you go. So that's that. I've now kind of got a little pseudo wrapper around the wire. And the goal is there just to give us a spacer like we had before. So it's about the same distance. I mean, this isn't going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be. Now I might be... There you go. So that's that. You got to be careful that the copper does not touch this outer shield here. And then what I'm going to do, take a little bit of electrical tape just to kind of cover that. Not a whole lot, just enough to I'm going to wrap this around here, just like this. Trying to make it as close to the diameter of the original coax. Then I'm going to pull this insulation up. This coax cable is meant to have a shield around the entire wire. So what we're doing here is trying to maintain that. Then you have to make sure that you tie that off to the other side. So I may need to just cut a little more back on the cable just to kind of give us some more of the shield wire. So you be careful doing that, of course, because if your blade slips, it will hurt a lot. There we go. Now some of them will use just like a little wire to save money, and not a lot of wire. They'll use like aluminum foil, which makes it harder to do these repairs because you can't find any proper wire to tie onto. You have to cut a little more back. There we go. And I probably should have done this before I started. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit sticky. Just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm trying to get this shield exposed so we can solder something to this. Jeez Louise, it's messy. You know, I mean, every job's different, right? So, come on. There we go. I think I... Okay. We're just gonna solder that. Oh. Okay, and then we're going to take the desoldering braid, wrap it around the wire like a shield. Because solder won't stick to the aluminum. guess I should cut that back a bit better. Try to get this as best as we can. We used to use copper shields, but I guess it's cheaper not to anymore. Everything's cheaper. so that doesn't stick to this, but that's okay. We're just going to try and encase the copper in the keep it from moving around. I'm just gonna bead a little of these together so they stay kind of as one. Okay, so we put electrical liquid tape, electrical tape around the shield cable, and now we're just gonna put this in here. There's our little that came off. So I've got one of these flexi joints, so this moves. You know what I realized? I don't think I ever put compound on this. No, I didn't. Okay. Maybe I did. Gloves. Need more new gloves. So this is just a flexi sprinkler fitting that it allows us to maybe join the folks, well, that's about it. So what we did was the cable was cut in two places, the internet cable. And then we soldered it and put a copper shield around it. And then I just used regular sprinkler pipe to reattach to the conduit from the cable company. So this is a joint that expands and contracts. So you can put that in, do your cable repair, and extend this. And then there's just PVC pipe. This section here would remove if I ever need to service this, and then this would compress back in. So, just regular sprinkler pipes, all you need. This isn't high voltage stuff. This just protects it from water and rodents and things that might bite it. And then, internet has been pretty good, so that's the repair. So that was the speed. You can see it's pretty decent, so hopefully it's cheaper than paying the cable company to run your cable from, the street to your home. This is just easier to repair. And we got an assistant here too. But yeah, I hope that helps you. Good luck with your cable TV repair.